The text arrived while I was packing up winter coats. It was practical, almost cheerful in its efficiency, the way my father liked to be when he was delivering something that wasn't up for discussion. We're keeping Christmas small this year. No kids. I read it once. Then again, I didn't feel shocked. That worried me more than if I had. From the couch, my daughter watched me with the quiet attention kids have when they sense something has shifted. She's old enough now to read tone, even when words are simple. So, she said after a moment, careful, does that mean Grandpa doesn't like us? The question wasn't dramatic. No tears. Just curiosity mixed with something fragile. I crossed the room and hugged her, pressing my cheek into her hair. I didn't tell her what I wanted to say. I didn't lie either. He forgets things sometimes, I said. But he'll remember who keeps the lights on? She nodded, accepting it the way children accept explanations that feel incomplete but safe enough for now. I texted back one word. Understood. That was it. No protest. No guilt. No explanation. Silence tends to be mistaken for agreement by people who are used to being indulged. The group chat came alive later that afternoon. Photos first. A long table already set, wine glasses catching the light. Someone's hand holding up a platter with a caption about doing it right this year. Lauder, inside jokes, plans for dessert. I recognized everything. The catering deposit I'd covered when my parents' business dipped last spring. The upgraded electricity plan I'd insisted they take when outages became more frequent. The heating service I'd put on autopay because my mother, forgotten voices stressed her out. They were laughing in a house that ran, quite literally, because I made sure it did. I muted the chat and went back to folding laundry. It would be easy to say I snapped, that I plotted something sharp and satisfying. I didn't. What I felt was something colder and steadier, the quiet clarity that comes when denial finally exhausts itself. This wasn't about Christmas. It never had been. It was about how exclusion and entitlement had learned to coexist comfortably, because I kept making them possible. That evening, after my daughter was asleep, I sat at the kitchen table with my laptop. I didn't rush. I reviewed accounts the way you do when you're maintaining a system, not punishing anyone. Automatic payments paused. Service accounts transferred back to the primary holders. Notifications set so I'd know if something bounced. Everything documented. Everything reversible if trust ever returned in a form I could recognize. I didn't announce any of it. At 7:42 p.m., my phone buzzed. At 7:44 it rang. I let it ring once, then answered. What did you do? My father asked. Not yelling. Not yet. Confusion edged with something like disbelief. I adjusted my accounts, I said. The pause stretched. In the background I could hear voices, a door opening. Someone muttering about breakers. The heat just went out, he said finally. And the lights are flickering. I know, I said. This is Christmas, he snapped, anger finally pushing through. You don't pull something like this now? I leaned back in my chair and stared at the ceiling. The house around me was quiet, warm, steady. You said no kids, I replied. You said you wanted it small. My mother took the phone then. Her voice was tight, brittle. We didn't mean it like that, she said. You're being dramatic. I didn't argue. I didn't explain intent or recount history. I'd learned that explanations become bargaining chips in the wrong hands. Support and exclusion don't work together, I said. That's not drama. That's math. There was crying then. Not loud, not performative. The kind that comes when people realize a system they relied on had an operator they never acknowledged. You're ruining Christmas, my father said. Quieter now. I thought of my daughter, asleep in the next room. Of her careful question. Of the way harm often arrives disguised as practicality. I'm redefining mine, I said. The call ended without resolution. No apologies. No agreements. Christmas came anyway. For us it was simple. Pancakes in the morning. A walk in the cold. A string of lights I let my daughter plug in herself. Her face bright when they flickered on. My parents' gathering went on too, from what I heard. Smaller. Dimmer. Adjusted. The group chat stayed silent. They came by a week later. No gifts. No speeches. Just standing on my porch like people unsure of the rules in a place they thought they owned. My father tried first. We need to talk about expectations. I nodded. We do. I didn't invite them in. There was no victory in it. No satisfaction. Just a line finally visible where there had only been habit before. Some betrayals don't end relationships. They end illusions. And sometimes, the most honest thing you can do for your child is let the people who forget their worth experience the house they built without you holding it up